They've been waiting for more than a century to see a gold medal decided here in Russia, and they're about to see the men skate for Moscow gold here at the World Figure Skating Championships presented by Olay. The standings after the short program for the men. Stefan Lambiel, your surprise leader right now. Brian Joubert behind, and Buttle just behind Plushenko with the WD next to his name. Yevgeny, as we told you earlier in the show, has withdrawn because of the groin injury, and he joined Christine Brennan a little bit earlier.
Evgeny Plushenko, you have withdrawn from the competition. Why?
Before the competition, I have bad condition right now because I was injured and I skate just 2 weeks, and right now I feel the same, and you know, I just look for gold medal, you know, for winning here in competition, and it's hard to compete with good guys here, and with Brian Joubert, with Lambiel and other skaters, and after before a short program we make it injection, and after this injection I feel very bad, and I feel a little bit sick right now, and so I couldn't skate right now, and I'm really sorry.
And it must be incredibly disappointing because we knew how important this was for you to try to win the world title in your home country.
Of course it's hard for me. It's very bad feeling right now, and I just want to say a lot of, sorry for everybody who support me, and I will compete next year for sure. It's very important year for me, Olympic Games, and I will try. I will be healthy, and I will compete.
All right. Well, I know it's disappointing, but thank you for your time and best wishes in the future. Terry?
All right, Christine, thank you. So Yevgeny Plushenko does plan on making it back for the Olympics in Torino. But, Peter, it does hurt the Russians' chances of getting 3 men into the Olympics 11 months from now. And it's a long comeback trail for Plushenko.
Well, a groin injury to a skater is one of the worst injuries imaginable. It's going to be a long, careful rehab for Plushenko to come back, because he doesn't want to come back too soon, re-injure himself, and then miss the Olympics in '06.
Looks like a new era has started, too. It'd be the first time since 1997 that a non-Russian man would win this title. It's wide open.
Yeah. People have their eyes on skaters like Stefan Lambiel. He's the great spinner from Switzerland. He's really a superstar. And then you've got Brian Joubert, the world silver medalist, very charismatic. And you can't discount the 2 Americans at this point. American champion Johnny Weir and Evan Lysacek, who's at his first Worlds.
And Weir is set to go right now. And the American champ needs a comeback. Currently in 7th place after the short program. Weir with that injured foot, struggling this week here in Moscow. His mother Patty making a long trip over to watch her son at the World Championships. He came in 5th last year. Now he's in 7th. We've seen it done a couple of times with the new system, from 7th up to the gold medal level. Four and a half minutes in length. The men's free skate. Highest total at the end of the night wins.
Beautiful opening. Triple axel, triple toe loop. Weir has a great ability not to rush his jumps.
originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As a youngster, he used to roller skate in the driveway. Eventually, his mom Patty, his dad John, they bought him a pair of skates one winter, and he skated on the frozen fields near his home and had his first lesson at the age of 11, and he was hooked from that point forward.
Nice. Notice what a musical skater Johnny Weir is. He really moves to the music. He just doesn't go out there and do jumps. He interprets.
Kind of a wry smile on his face after that. Thinking, what a fluke.
Yeah. That didn't completely interrupt his program, though. He recovered very quickly.
Shouldn't hurt him that much?
I would say no. Beautiful flow. I love the fact that there's no scratching whatsoever on the landing of that triple loop. Oh, that was so tilted in the air. Amazing that he could pull that up. He saved it, showing his cat-like ability on the jumps. Go back to what I said earlier, the flow and glide across the ice that he has and the music that he interprets so well.
A lot of people think he has a Russian skating style, and he told us he definitely identifies with Russia and its culture, the style here.
You know, Johnny Weir is a skater that's unflappable. He just goes through his program. He gets in his own world. He interprets the music. He does his jumps because he's well-trained, prepared, and ready for the challenge.
His mom Patty's not the only one cheering for Johnny Weir right now. They really like him here in Russia. The injured foot for which earlier in the week he was receiving legal injections certainly hampered him and his effort here at the World Championships. The two-time U.S. champion will be most likely a player, a major player at the Olympic Games. We'll see what the judges think in a moment here at Worlds.
The triple axel takes off into the air forwards. Beautiful rotation on that. 3.5 turns, and look at how nicely he handles the triple toe loop on the end and keeps the flow going throughout the program. The arms keep moving. He's very lyrical when he skates. A very relaxed upper body, except there, a lapse of concentration takes him down.
And a standing O from Mom. Now in the kissing cry, along with Priscilla Hill, his longtime coach. 2 sets of marks coming his way. 60.72, 72.64. He's obviously thrilled with the fact that he's able to get through this program, Peter.
Yes, and he had very nice component scores addressing the presentation of his skating in the sevens.
236.06, the overall total for the U.S. champ. And they'll be going after that number tonight.
Nice job.
Right now, let's check out an Ole ice move.
A good combination spin is hard to come by these days. There are lots of factors to think of when performing a good combination spin. First, I like to think about the centering of the spin, making sure it's staying in one place and not traveling across the ice, which makes you lose speed and position. Secondly, I think of my line and position, making sure that it's a strong, stretched out position that holds the audience and judges' interest. And third, I like to think of the speed of the spin and making sure that all the revolutions continue to get faster and faster. And finally, a nice exit pose with an extended free leg and nice arms.
Of characters battling for the men's gold medal than we expected, but a large Russian crowd on hand. Never before have the World Figure Skating Championships presented by Ole been held here in Moscow. And the men on the ice warming up right now here inside Luzhniki Sports Palace, a legendary arena here in Russia. On the ice warming up, Peter, it's wide open right now. Stefan Lambiel, the surprise leader going into the free skate.
He absolutely is. Fourth at the World Championships last year. I love watching this man skate. He is an outstanding spinner, but he backs it up with the jumps. He has good speed and flow across the ice. And right now, he's in a very good position to win his first World Championship.
Brian Joubert's been here before. He's the only one of these top contenders who has medaled at Worlds.
You know, it's interesting. Joubert started out kind of slow this season. People weren't very popular with him, but at the European Championships, he made such a statement when he got close to Plushenko and almost beat him. So Joubert is a great competitor. You have to watch for him.
Confident guy, too, on the world scene. How about the American? Evan Lysacek in 5th place, effectively moves up to 4th because Plushenko's out. He is not out of it.
I love Lysacek because I talked to him earlier, and he said, you know, Peter, I'm just here to get the experience. Everything else that happens is great, but he's just relaxed and focused, and he could do quite well because he has that attitude.
Now you get greedy, though. You want a medal. The last man to medal in his first attempt at Worlds from the U.S. was in 1957. Rudy Galindo did it, but he was at Worlds before that in pairs.
Right.
So, who do you like? It is wide open, and it's hard to pick.
I am going to take Lambiel because I think if he puts it together with his spins and the jumps, he is the complete package in men's figure skating.
I hate to go with the chalk, but I got to say Joubert.
Okay.
Joubert's been there. The experience will win. We'll see. So here we go. 4.5 minutes to Moscow gold for the men. Jeffrey Buttle takes the ice. You see his free skate best on the right, 126.68 to take the lead right now, but he's in 4th after the short program. The 2005 Canadian champion. And he has made it to the cusp of being one of the top men in the world. 22 years of age, from Ontario.
Look at the clarity in that triple flip, triple toe. Effortless.
Did not make the World Championship team for Canada last year. 2 years ago, he was 15th and 8th the year before that. So he is improving on his standing so far on the world stage.
Jeffrey Buttle in the world of men's figure skating, known for his choreography. And that is a real problem, a fall on the triple axel.
And in the new system, an automatic 1-point deduction for the fall.
But look at the way he entered that spin. It was so beautifully done. 3 turns with great flow and glide.
Buttle started the free skate about 9 points behind Stefan Lambiel, who's the leader. That is not insurmountable at all.
He fell on the first triple axel. There's the second, and that was complete. You know, that right arm went way up and back on the takeoff of that triple loop, causing the failure.
Peter, it's funny how there are cycles in all sports, and figure skating included. And I guess the new scoring system has a lot to do with it. But when you look at the last results from the Olympics, all the top names were big quad guys.
Yes.
And now you've got names like Buttle, Weir, Lysacek, the major players. A lot of them don't even do the quad.
That's correct. And a lot, that is about the component scores being so important. The choreography, the interpretation, the performance, the transition, the skating skills. That's what makes it up. Notice I didn't mention quad. The quad is still important though, Terry. If you can do it, you do get the points. But if you miss it, it's a problem.
And a few problems for Jeffrey Buttle. Not a bad program, but when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't make the mistakes that he did. So Buttle, the Canadian champion, will check his marks when we come back to Moscow. Right now, let's check in with Christine Brennan, who's with the current leader, Johnny Weir. Christine?
Johnny, the World Championships are over. This performance tonight, did this redeem you in your mind a little bit?
No, it didn't redeem me in my mind. It was a very poor performance on a standard with the rest of my skating this year. But to have the strength of mind to get through it while I'm injured and not feeling my best, I think that was the real accomplishment tonight.
And how is your foot right now?
They're sore, and I'm excited that I'm finished.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Take care.
When we come back, the man that may be the favorite now without Plushenko in here, Brian Gibert, the reigning world silver medalist from France, is next. At the World Figure Skating Championships, presented by Olay, Jeffrey Buttle in the kiss and cry area, waiting for his marks. 126.68 to take the lead held by Johnny Weir right now. He just found out 136.30. He knows it now, Peter.
What has happened is he has received high program component scores, and that has benefited him greatly.
Yeah, he also had more points after the short program, but a 7-point lead on Weir, so that's enough. The reigning world silver medalist is next. Ryan Joubert from France, the 3-time French national champ, 20 years of age from Poitiers, and one of the favorites coming in. And now that Yevgeny Plushenko is out with a groin injury, maybe the favorite. His mom, Raymond, in attendance here in Moscow. Buttle is your leader. Now it's Joubert's turn.
Joubert really rose to the occasion at the European Figure Skating Championships. Very much challenged Plushenko. So his timing of peaking at the right time in the season may be right on. He was going for the quadruple toe loop, only a triple. All is not lost yet.
How did he hang on to that?
Strength. Great air on that triple Lutz. The rotation finishing out about 7 or 8 inches off the ice.
Since Joubert won the European title in 2004, he became a star in France. On magazine covers, reality television series, all over the place. And also, his name, that was the buzz in figure skating. You know, the next great male skater kind of hit a lull earlier this season. There's some criticisms of his skating. Now seems to be coming back.
There's another attempt at the quad and a fall. 2 minutes into the program. That will certainly hurt with points. And you're just not on tonight. Reaching for the ice instead of standing up and staying straight. Oh, my. And, you know, just a concentration problem right here.
And you would think, Peter, this is where the experience of having competed at Worlds, won a medal, would pay off, keeping your composure. But he's not. Lambiel and about a 5.5-point lead on Joubert after the short. Don't forget about Lysacek, the American, trying to medal on his first trip. He skates last. He's got a shot.
Just running on the toe picks, not particularly hard to do. Turns in different directions, mohawks, brackets, counters, rockers. That's what makes it difficult. Oh my, you know, he's just losing it. Long pause, just standing in one place.
And a chance to think about a golden opportunity that may have gone by the wayside. have that opportunity to be a world champion, Peter, I mean, 20 years from now, they may not remember that Yevgeny Plushenko withdrew because of the groin injury. They'll remember that Joubert won the world title. He may have tossed that away.
Having said what you just said, that drives home the point of when he has skated his best, he has been up against Plushenko. Last year at the Europeans, this year at the Europeans. Maybe the withdrawal made it just too easy for him and he lost his competitiveness.
But if you're a great athlete,
you can
this
rise.
is the World Championships.
Yeah.
You make sure that you bring your A game, and Joubert did not. So it's Jeffrey Buttle who still has the lead. He's got the smile on his face backstage, and on the ice, certainly some worry for Brian Joubert. Up next, the leader after the short. From Switzerland, the 19-year-old Stéphane Lambiel trying to win a gold medal.
Got it.
Jeffrey Buttle, your current leader, trying to become the first Canadian man to win this title since Stoico in '97. Elvis Stoico. Stéphane Lambiel trying to become the first man from Switzerland since 1947 to do it. And Brian Joubert perhaps realizing that he did not just do it with his effort.
Very.
33.04, Peter. Need 122.66. Wow.
This new judging system will not forgive any big mistakes like that on jumps, for sure. And way down.
So Buttle, still your leader. Johnny Weir in second. It's this man's gold medal to win or lose. Stéphane Lambiel. You still have Lysacek to go, but Lambiel with 118.28. That's his total going into the free skate. And Johnny Weir is up in the stands with his mom Patty watching. He's currently in second, right behind Buttle. Lambiel, a 5-time Swiss champ. It's now his stage.
Oh, that's a horrible start. A single axle that was supposed to be a triple. Nerves. Throwing off the timing. And no time like the present to get it back. Opening quadruple. But there. Wow. How to recompose yourself. Quad toe, triple toe.
So far, he's been able to do what Joubert could not, and that's keep his poise. One of the reasons that fans don't know Lambiel's name all that well is that he's had 2 knee surgeries in the last couple of seasons. Only 1 Grand Prix event over 3 years. And he's only 19.
This is important. Second quad. Wow! That was beautiful. Here's where he shines within the spins. The Swiss have always been great spinners. Think back to Denise Spielman, Lucinda Roux. That's unfortunate, and to miss a triple flip after hitting those quads.
Lack of concentration, or
that, and getting toward the end of the program.
yeah.
Camel spin. Sit spin. And look at the speed.
Spinning to gold, perhaps. Stéphane Lambiel. Imposing at this moment, trying to become the first man from Switzerland, as we said, since 1947, the era of Dick Button, to win the gold here. Jeffrey Butto is your current leader. Johnny Weir's right behind him. He's watching up in the crowd, up in the stands. But Stéphane Lambiel with the quads, yes, he had a few problems, but an impressive performance from the 19-year-old from Sachsen, Switzerland. He had roughly a 9-point lead over Butto after the short program.
Terry, he really seized the moment. He was prepared, and he did a great job with not only the jumps, but the spins and the full balance of the program. A very complete skater.
Plenty of Swiss fans here, up and standing for Stéphane Lambiel, but we have one man left from the U.S. Evan Lysacek got the butterflies in the stomach, but a chance to medal, perhaps win, when we come back. Back here in Moscow, Stéphane Lambiel, who speaks French, German, Portuguese, English, and Italian. How do you say gold medal in all of those?
Well, he is extraordinary with the timing and the spring on this quadruple toe loop. Look how low down on the knee he goes to spring back up into a triple toe. And this was even better. The second one in the program, the rotation stops way above the ice. That is absolutely amazing. And the spinning wizardry of this man is incredible. The reason it's so good is because he stays centered and right over the same spot. Look, he doesn't travel.
Now the marks, as he anxiously waits and celebrates. 76-86 for program components. Look at the free skate total and that 262.46. Obviously, he vaults into a lead. All-time high, all-time. It's only been used the last 2 years, but the new scoring system, that's the best we have seen in the free skate. An amazing total for Stéphane Lambiel. So it comes down to the American. Lambiel, your leader. Buttle second. Weir is third. And unlike the old system, scores can't flip-flop anymore. The highest number wins. So it's up to Lysacek, the 19-year-old originally from Naperville, Illinois, who now lives out on the West Coast in L.A. and who is at his first senior world championship. Johnny Weir, toys in hand. Going to go downstairs and watch.
Terrific beginning, a triple axel, triple toe. The pacing is good. Triple flip, double toe, double loop.
Lysychek, not a quad guy. He's never attempted a quad in competition. And maybe a little surprised to be the highest ranked American here, with Weir the American champion in the event.
Oh, that was really too bad to see that rotation stop like that. Falling off balance.
Evan, the U.S. bronze medalist this year, recently won the Four Continents Championship, and in doing so, Peter, he jumped from 5th to 1st in the free skate. That's how he won, and he started this free skate in 5th. So you never know.
Nice entrance into that triple Salchow with difficult footwork, making it harder.
You know, Peter, with Plushenko's injury and the fact that he will not win this title, it's always important to go to the Olympics as the world champion. Your reputation matters in this sport, and this is obviously the last Worlds before the next Olympics, and we're going to have a new world champion. One of these guys has haven't medaled at Worlds, Lambiel or Lysychek.
Well, for Plushenko, that's... Oh, that really was off. But, you know, Plushenko can still easily come back and be great next season. He's just got to take care of that injury, because he has so much experience.
But we have seen a couple of faces emerge who will be serious players now, who probably didn't consider them to be before this.
To make a mistake like that, flipping forward. You lose points when there are sloppy moments like that on the end of a jump. Off and on throughout this performance for Evan Lysychek. He started off with a really nice pacing going and then made some mistakes in and out of this program. First world championship for him, not so bad at all.
What will the judges do? Will it be enough to medal for him? Will Johnny Weir medal for the first time at the World Championships? The American champ is currently 3rd. Stéphane Lambiel looking for his first world medal. Should be gold at this point. We'll find out. Back with the marks for the young American in a moment.
I want you to...
Back here at the World Figure Skating Championships, presented by Olay. Evan Lysychek. Competition's done. Now it's up to the judges. Stefan Lambiel is your current leader. Going to have a podium of first-timers here at the World Figure Skating Championships, Peter.
He does not commit himself on this triple axel. He only gets around one time, or actually a double axel, and then spins out. Very awkward for him at that point.
Ken Kingemi and Frank Carroll as coaches. Frank coming back from a broken leg on his way to Moscow. There's what he needs to win. High program component marks, but not enough. 137.43, and that's enough to medal, though, Peter. Evan Lysacek, he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to stand on the podium in his first trip to the Senior World Championship. Now he knows it.
Some component scores in the sevens, good interpretation in his program, and a world medal.
So Lysacek medals, but there's your champ, Stefan Lambiel. First Swiss man since the late 1940s. Hans Gerschweiler did it. That was back when Dick Button was winning gold medals all over the place, and Lambiel comes in at the age of 19 and wins. And for Lysacek, it's the first U.S. man to medal in his first trip to the Senior World since 1957. Galindo did it in 96, but he had been here as a pair. It was Tim Brown back in 57. The Protopopovs, the legendary Protopopovs from Russia, congratulating one of the skaters there. So there are the standings. Peter, Stefan Lambiel, and a big total, 262.46.
He was just incredible. Again, the spinning helped him, and the jumps, very solid for him.
And Tim Gable from the U.S. ends up 10th. Right now, let's check in with Christine Brennan.
I'm here with Evan Lysacek, Stefan Lambiel. Congratulations to you both. Evan, to you first, your first Worlds. You've had injury problems, and now you're on the podium. Is it real yet?
No, it's totally not real. I'm kind of in shock. It wasn't my best skate tonight, but I kind of came in here hoping to just make the final round, not really knowing what to expect in my first World Championship. And I'm really psyched tonight. I think that it was really difficult for me to get out there after such an ovation for Stefan and, you know, try and gain my composure back. I was really cold from sitting, so I had some challenges tonight, but I'm really satisfied, and I kind of fought all the way to the end, so I'm real pleased with that.
All right, and Stefan, you singled the axle to start off and then came right back with that quad.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I'm very happy with the results. The performance was not so good. I did a mistake on my triple axel and the triple flip too. So, but the quads were very good, and I mean, I'm so happy to be world champion and in Russia. You know, figure skating is so important in Russia, and there are so many champions here in Russia, and now I'm Swiss and I'm world champion here, so I'm very happy.
And the first Swiss man to medal at Worlds since 1948. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Terry, back to you.
All right, Christine, let's take a look right now, Peter, at our smart one, smart move.
Stefan Lambiel with an amazing quad toe, triple toe combination, giving him what he needed to win this. And the spinning is extraordinary because he stays in one spot and he doesn't move with many different positions. Terrific.
Back with the Swiss national anthem, and Lambiel on the top step of the podium in a moment. Is brought to you by Olay. Love the skin you're in. And in part by the snack that smiles back, Goldfish. And Smuckers. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. For the first time since 1947, they're about to play the Swiss national anthem for a man at the World Figure Skating Championships. 3 new medalists at the World Championships, 3 new players for the Olympics 11 months from now in Torino. They'll be in the mix. So that's it for day 1 of our exclusive coverage here at the World Championships. We're back with you tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern. The original dance, ladies qualifying, the pairs free skate. Until then, for Peggy Fleming, Peter Carruthers, Christine Brennan, I'm Terry Gannon. Coming up next on ESPN, the Brian Boitano Skating Spectacular. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. See you tomorrow night from Moscow, everybody.